Hey everybody, Todd Connor here, the founder of Bunker Labs and also the founder of a business called the Collective Academy, which helps organizations build internal leadership pipelines through leadership development programs. So I want to talk about, for my hashtag 3 in 3, how to engage an audience when speaking. And this is for anybody that has to get up and do public speaking, or if you ever have to sort of do a sales pitch, or really anything in front of an audience. And the reason I think this is important is because I think most people think that good public speaking is all about stylistic excellence, that like you're on stage, you're doing your thing, and everyone just, it's about like the perfect delivery. But all of that assumes it's like one way, like it's all about the speaker, and that to me has nothing to do with the audience. So my 3 things on how to engage an audience when speaking. Number 1, open your talk with a question to the audience that you ask them to turn to the person next to them to reflect on. So I don't care what it is. If you're giving a sales presentation on how to use Microsoft, ask the question, who here has used Microsoft and what's your experience of it? Turn to the person next to you and talk. People are very uncomfortable with being told to talk to a stranger next to them, but the reality is it engages them. They are forced to go from being passive in the experience to now being active in the experience. So always leave somewhere in your opening with a question and allow the audience to talk amongst themselves. Give it a few minutes. You'll be standing up there on stage not saying anything, which feels a little uncomfortable, but the reality is they're getting the value because they are now talking with each other. So give it a few minutes, let them do that, let them talk. Number 2, ask people to show pictures of themselves personally, and also you show pictures of yourself personally. There's the old adage, no one cares what you have to say until they know that you care. Showing pictures of you, your family, your personal reality, things that feel vulnerable, create an environment where, because you're being vulnerable, they will be vulnerable too. And when they are vulnerable, that's when they engage. So creating vulnerability is important for an audience, and you really have to sort of put yourself out there a little bit more personally than you're comfortable with in order to make that happen. Number 3, live polling. This is a great way to sort of get a real-time audience reaction. Allowing for Q&A is not audience engagement. Let me just say that again. Allowing for Q&A is not audience engagement. Everyone has a model when it comes to public speaking, which is I'll talk for 45 minutes, but then we'll allow for Q&A, as if to say I am generously going to allow the audience to ask a couple questions. No. That to me is all about the speaker. What you want it to be is all about the audience. So asking them questions throughout, whether it's through show of hands, to start, during, the middle, at the end, or in Zoom calls is like a great way to engage an audience. So those are my 3 for 3. If you want to learn more, check out Lisa Duarte. I'll link to her. She's an awesome person who talks about public speaking and presentations, and there's a lot more on her blog. See ya.